medical practitioner, I find that we may be doing some disservice to our patient. We are more concerned with the symptoms, and we went through a drip-fed education. In other words, disease, symptoms, and drugs. So we are so obsessed with naming the disease and treating the symptoms. In the process, we have forgotten to treat the patient. So it is about high time that we sort of take initiative to overcome all these health issues. In order to understand health, we must ask ourselves some very personal questions. First, we must ask ourselves, are we taking charge of our health by chance or by choice? How much is your health worth to you? How much would you pay to safeguard your health and prevent the aging and degenerative changes? Do you think spending money for your health is a wasteful expenditure? Are you aware that sickness is so much more costlier than health? Sometimes there is price to pay, but value you get. So, like right now, when I came across this fulvic acid, I'm really excited about it because this has been there for thousands of years. In fact, the ancient health practitioners were involved in giving this fulvic acid, which comes from the thousands of years of decomposition of the plant material and the breakdown of plant materials. We need minerals for health. But nowadays, these synthetic practices, our soil has been depleted of minerals. We are making man-made fertilizers, which is lacking only NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium we are using in our soil. So much so, we don't get the essential minerals. Minerals cannot be made by man. Minerals come from the soil. And the minerals in the soil are inorganic minerals. It's a microbiome. It's a bacteria in the soil that converts the minerals, the inorganic minerals into organic minerals, so that the plant can absorb and utilize it. And we eat those plants, we get those organic minerals. But nowadays, because of the synthetic practices, we have lost using synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, herbicides. We have destroyed the microbiome in the soil, and the minerals cannot be converted into organic minerals. That's why we tend to not to have good health with the type of food that we're eating. In a way, we're eating foodless food, and most of us are unhealthy because of our food lifestyle and habit. When it comes to food, we Malaysians, our national pastime is part-time working, full-time eating. Time is chow time. We are overfed, undernourished. We're eating more for the taste rather than the nutritional support. Actually, there's a saying: eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. Let's eat, drink wisely, and live merrily today, tomorrow, and forever. The food on our table actually is so much deficient of the mineral and nutrient, vitamin support that our health, we are not able to overcome all kinds of health problems. So we go into degenerative diseases because of the lack of nutrient to our body. More and more people now believe in the wonderful healing powers of nature. And in line with this belief, Thanks I believe, is now committed to an ongoing health education and health awareness program so as to empower you with knowledge. At the same time, encourages you to take charge of your health. The mission and vision of Thanks I is to enhance and enrich the quality of life of the millions of people worldwide, physically, mentally, socially, and financially. If you are healthy, I think Thanks I is now committed to make you become healthier, because the approach is so natural and beneficial.
So what is fulvic acid? Simply, fulvic acid is the ultra low molecular weight, ultra low molecular size molecule that is extracted from humic shell. Because of their ultra low molecular weight, it can go every part of the body easily. It can penetrate the cell easily. So that is what is so great about fulvic acid. And this humic shell is what is left after thousands of years of decompositions of organic material through the humification processes. So this is a Mother Earth natural process of getting the plant to live healthily with all the needed minerals and nutrients, so that when we eat the food, we will be nourished. That is what is so great about fulvic acid. 14 major attribute and benefit of fulvic acid. So it has been known for thousands of years, the nature's most powerful organic electrolytes. So you know electrolyte is critically important for our body, and in the commercial world, people are producing this electrolytes, organic electrolyte sports drink as a business activity. So what is this organic electrolyte so critical? For it able to balance and energize biological properties, able to restore life. So if you were to give a fish that is a half dead, and then you put some this acid inside, you can see it becomes so energetic. Why? Because it has restored life where the life isn't there earlier. Like this, when the individual cell is restored to its normal chemical balance, and thereby its electrical potential, they are two the same thing. Chemical balance or electrical potential, it has given life where death and this integration would normally occur. So without this energy, a lot of cells would have died. So by giving this electrolytes into the cells, and then you can see they reactivate back. So second attribute is promote electrochemical balance as donor or receptor. Oxidations occur when there is free radicals, where there is a cell in the body where it is off balance. So as an electron donor or electron acceptor, based on the cell requirements for balance, powerful natural free radicals, scavengers, and antioxidants. So when a cell is off balance, unpaired electron, then this fulvic acid will able to donate. However, if there is extra, then it will able to take it from it. So it becomes balanced. So the cell will get back to life. So the third attribute of this fulvic acid is complexes and dissolved mineral and trace element. Fulvic acid is active in resolving minerals and metals, and the metals cannot be resolved. So when you put into this fulvic acid solution, then it will be resolved accordingly, and then transform this mineral and metals into an elaborate fulvic acid molecular complexes. It is the fulvic acid molecular complexes that our body needs for all the nutrients of the body. So the nature way of chelating metallic minerals, turning them into readily absorbable bioavailable form. Let's say if in our body we have a lot of heavy metals, for example lead. So with this liquid going into your body, it will able to chelate the metallic minerals and take it out from the body, or sometimes even better, they convert it to useful minerals for our body function. They take off, and also it can transform it into the bioavailability form. So this is one of the key goodness of fulvic acid. Number 4, enhance nutrients. So whatever nutrients that we have in the body or we have taken into our body, they make them more readily absorbable. Because a lot of nutrients that we have, but a lot of time we cannot metabolize it. So here, with this fulvic acid, your body was somehow able to absorb all the minerals or nutrients that you have taken into your body. Allow minerals to regenerate, prepare nutrients to react with cells, allow nutrients to interreact with one another. So sometimes the nutrients in the body, they cannot, because they need to interact, they need to work together with other nutrients. So with one another, bringing them down into the simplest ionic form. So you can see this nutrient absorption in a way is critical to our food intake. Number 5, transport nutrients. So wherever part of our body that needs the nutrients, then this fulvic acid complex will able to deliver it through the cell wall. So why it is able to go through the cell wall? Because the size is so minute, so it can easily penetrate through the cell wall, and inside the cell, it will able to take off all the rubbish. So in a way, your body will naturally detox. And because your body cells has become so perfect, and then the energy level of the cell will be there, so the activity will start to gain all the productive activity within the body. So resolve and transport vitamins, coenzyme, hormones, natural antibiotic, making them absorbable. So that is transportation of nutrient to every part of the body, whenever that part of the body needed it. Yeah. So it will able to do the delivery services very effectively. Yeah, with fulvic acid. So catalyze enzyme. Fulvic acid is closely associated with enzymes. Increased activity of enzyme, especially different respiratory catalyst. So for those people who have COVID issue, don't worry, take more of this fulvic acid, which has proven it is able to clear off the viruses quite fast. Increased absorptions. Metallic organic complexes are low molecular weight, low molecular size, which I mentioned earlier, are capable of high degree of penetration into cells and are able to readily pass through semi-permeable membranes of the cell walls. So not everything can go through this membrane, cell membrane and all. So you need to have a special minute molecular structure in order to go in and out of the cell membrane easily. So you're going to be able to do the delivery job. At the same time, you're going to be the garbage man and take out all the unnecessary poison in the cell so that your cell can function optimally. Having the ability to sensitize cell membranes and various physiological functions. So that is attribute number 7. Next, we move on to attribute number 8, stimulate metabolism. Yeah, so some of us are a bit too thin, some of us are too obese. Why? It is the fault of the metabolism. Function at a higher level, improve growth, stimulate immune system. Oxygen is absorbed more intensely with fulvic acid complex. Relieve oxygen deficiency. When the oxygen is low in our body, the energy level definitely is going to low, and if you keep on having insufficient oxygen, your energy level will keep on dropping until the person suffering from diseases. Increase the vital activity of cell, change the pattern of metabolism of carbohydrate. Not true. If you can metabolize it, carbohydrate is our good friend, resulting in the accumulation of soluble sugars. Our body needs sugar to produce energy, and when the sugar, this one combined with the minerals, it will able to do wonder for that. Attribute number 9, detoxify pollutants. Subtle interaction with environmental chemical, toxic herbicide, organic pollutants such as pesticide, herbicide, and break down toxic pollutants. So because we know currently all the agriculture, the land are using a lot of all these. So we cannot stop them from using at this moment, but at least we can use fulvic acid actually to clear off whatever rubbish that we have indirectly taken into our body. So react rapidly with radioactive substances forming organic matter complexes. Even you have radioactive substances, when you interact with these substances, interact with this fulvic acid, they are able to convert that into organic matter complexes. So you can see this is truly a mother nature work that to save human life, from the advanced science that we are currently in, So number 10, synthesize minerals. able to interact with the cells and synthesize new mineral compounds. Let's say our body is lacking of certain mineral compounds. Yeah, the fulvic acid complexes, they are able to synthesize the compound, transmute the vegetal silica and magnesium to form calcium and human bone. Is a typical example. So for those people who are so concerned about your shortage of calcium, and please avoid taking calcium pills just like that. What you need is silica and magnesium. When you have this in your body, they were able to synthesize it and produce the calcium in your body and ensure that your bone are strong. So enhance cell division, stimulate and balance cells, creating optimal growth and replication condition. So if you want your cell to duplicate it healthily, then make sure that you have this fulvic acid in your body. 11. Enhance the permeability of cell membrane, which we said earlier, act as a specific sensitizing agent, enhance the permeability of the cell's membrane, increase metabolism of protein. So if you want to take in protein, you want to make sure that your protein are able to use by your body, and then you need to have fulvic acid complex to go in. Intensify the metabolism of protein, RNA and DNA, increases DNA contents in cells, increases and enhances the rate of RNA synthesis. So therefore, if you want to have more and more productive cell in your body, to make it more and more cell, then it is important to take note on this fulvic acid. Catalyze vitamins within the cell, able to catalyze complex vitamins into its structure, presented into the cell in combinations of complex minerals. So mineral don't work by itself. It has to be combined with other minerals so that it will able to absorb into the body and carry out the needed function. In this natural condition, they are able to be utilized by the cell. So it is not just that we take the vitamin per se, For example, if I want to consume vitamin C, if I have this silica compound, then it will able to synthesize into collagen. So over time, whatever vitamin or nutrients we take into the body, it needs other minerals to come together to work so that whatever thing that our body needs, it will able to produce. In this natural condition, they are able to utilize by the cell. In the absence of adequate trace mineral, vitamins are unable to perform their proper function. So you need combination of vitamins and minerals. And number 14 is chelate all elements to which it is exposed to, which I have said again and again. This is one of the most important functions. Whatever they are being exposed to, they are able to neutralize it into organic form. Has the power to form stable water-soluble complexes with all metal ions. Aids in actual movement of metal ions that are normally difficult to mobilize because of their size, because of their weight, and natural chelators are vitally important in the nutrition of cell. So you want the cells to work for us, we want our cells to work for us, we need to give them the raw material that is needed. So these are the 14 attributes of fulvic acid. I will share with you a little bit about the origin and overview. In the beginning, the Mother Earth is very caring. Was blessed with optimum organic growing condition. The soil have a wealth of minerals, trace elements, and rich humus soil teeming with microbes. So in the earlier years, in the older generation, people are not so concerned about these minerals. But as we advance further and further, that this condition is totally lacking. And humic deposit found in the most unusual remain called humic deposit. They came from the ancient abundant vegetation. This humic deposit never did turn into oil and coal. When this deposit, when they are under high pressure, they will turn into oil, coal, or petroleum. Why they didn't? Because they didn't expose to the high pressure. Yeah, and there was abundance of microbial activity. There are a lot of living things inside the soil and do the job of processing. So that's why this humic deposit is important. So where this fulvic acid is from where? It is from this humic deposit. These deposits are rare and can be found in various areas in the world. These deposits are rich in a substance called fulvic acid complexes. Yep, that's how this liquid has been extracted from. Fulvic acid is lacking in the food crops nowadays. Our soil are sick from poor agriculture practices, pesticide, chemical fertilizer, erosion, mineral depletion, sterile condition brought on by practices that prohibit microbial activity. We are destroying so many of life under the ground, in the soil, so that they cannot do the needed job for our health. We need about 90 different nutrients in our diets. More than 70% of these are minerals and trace elements. We are simply not getting today from the plants in. So no matter how much or veggie or fruit that we take, we are still lacking of the minerals. For those people who don't even take, it becomes even worse. Yeah, the health will be even worse. Fulvic acid is lacking in food crop. People are degenerative and deficiency-related diseases now more than ever. So you can see, no matter how we try to take care of our health, and a lot of people by a certain age, you see they are living on pills. So if we want to avoid that, and then I think it is our responsibility to learn about the natural way of taking care of our health. With fulvic acid supplementation, return to proper diet and farming practices, this situation has the potential to be reversed. So just now as mentioned by this Dr. Sandgrin, the company, the core values is to do this education on agriculture, so that people all the planters and all the farmers are able to eventually, instead of using fertilizer, and they are able to use this fulvic acid in their plantation. Fulvic acid, now we talk about science and medicine. Fulvic acid is not being able to be synthesized by chemists. Extremely complex and minute nature warrants little opportunity for science or medicine to exploit fulvic acid. So that is one of the very reason why, since it has been being used for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and yet most of us have not even heard of it, because it cannot be commercialized that easily by scientists, and commercial value is not there because they cannot synthesize it. So accumulated claims of encouraging health benefits has been simply remarkable. This could potentially pose a substantial long-range threat to the future of pharmaceutical company and medical doctors. So when people start to be healthy by simply adding fulvic acid complexes to their food, and their body can function much and much better now, so they will be healthier. So we have a mission to educate every individual the importance of fulvic acid complexes and take it on a daily basis, because our so-called food, our veggie and all that were not able to provide us the minerals that we need. So therefore, we need to use the supplementations of it. Fulvic acid complexes are hundreds of times smaller than living cells. Now you can see how it can penetrate the cell easily, how it can move in and out of the cells effectively, are amazingly absorbable by them. Has the unique ability to enhance potential, increase absorption of many other compounds such as vitamin, herbs, minerals, tinctures, and food, with which it is combined. So for those people who have taken a lot of supplements, for heaven's sake, if you want to make sure your supplement can be absorbed, please add in these fulvic acid complexes. It will able to resolve whatever that need to be resolved. Yeah, and whatever waste there is, it is able to remove it from the body. So here is a quick summary of our body cellular. We are composed plus or minus a few billion of 16 trillion cells. Individual cells are properly nourished. They are capable of producing own amino acid, which is the protein, enzymes, and other factors necessary for all metabolic processes. Our body is the best doctors, and it can do a genius work by itself without any interferences. But we need to ensure that we give them the needed raw material. Each cell burns its own energy, maintains itself, manufactures its own enzyme, creates its own protein, duplicate itself. The cell is so capable, it can able to do all the function needed by themselves without interferences, so long as we give them the needed raw material. The total metabolism of the body is a sum of the metabolic operation carried on in each individual cells. So your health is dependent on each individual cell, where we have 16 trillion of them. Are these 16 trillion cells able to work, function effectively or not? If they are able, then we should be healthy. So this is talking about energy. Where do we get our energy? From the sunlight. When the sunlight, our plant absorb the sunlight through photosynthesis, and then we have animal mass, biomass, then we have coal, petroleum, and oil and gas, and then after that you have micro accumulations, microbial decomposition, and at the end, the final part of it is humic and fulvic acid, final energy products sustaining both plant and animals' life. So the two things that cannot be duplicated by man are photosynthesis and humification. Alright? So therefore, we have to take it from the plant. We have to get them from the plant. If fulvic acid is the extract from the plant, the humic masses of the plant. So it is natural. It is all without interferences. Humic and fulvic acid, final energy products sustaining both plant and life, of human life. So sick soil that we know now, the soil is sick, and therefore we have sick plant, and ultimately we have sick people. That is how people are not healthy nowadays. All natural fertile soil contain adequate amount of humic and fulvic acid within the soil, assists the plant in obtaining its complete nutrition. The application of excessive amount of nitrite fertilizer stun and destroy the microbial life within the soil. When the microbial life is destroyed, vital humic and fulvic acid are exhausted. Now you can see how human beings become sicker and sicker over time. It is because of that. So gone are the minerals. No minerals, no health. So how to get back the mineral? We have the solution. It is a very simple solution. It is natural, So, reported of benefit claimed by this doctor, he said that report claims of benefit are little short of astonishing, So he said for internal users, increase energy, alleviates anemia, chelates body toxin, reduce high blood pressure, potentizes vitamin and mineral supplement, magnifies the effect of herbal tea and tinctures, a powerful natural electrolyte, we have mentioned, chelates all matters, restore electrochemical balance, stimulate body enzyme, help rebuild the immune system. You can see practically everything that is needed by the body, it is there, of benefit. So for external use, you can treat open wounds. For those people who have cut, believe me, you spray the liquid onto your wounds and you see how fast it can be healed. Healing burns and minimize pain. So when I have this leg cramp or toothache, just a spray of this liquid onto that, you can see how fast it will resolve your pain feeling. Eliminating discoloration due to bruises and killing pathogens responsible for this athletic food, acting in wide spectrum of antimicrobial and fungicide, treating rashes and skin irritations. You just spray on it and then you see how fast those irritations subside. So try it out yourself. You will see the goodness of it, helping to heal cuts and abrasions, helping to heal insect bite and spider is quite similar, neutralizes poison ivy and poison oak. So this doctor then in conclusion he make a remark. If I have to choose between the liquid mineral, which is fulvic acid complexes, and electricity would have to go. You see, for those people who know its goodness, the value of it is so high. So human experience, this is a scientific clinical test on the fulvic acid. It's done in Germany anyway. So the conclusion is this. In this clinical test and previous experiments, fulvic acid has been shown to activate and stimulate white blood cells, promoting healing, turning inorganic calcium into an organic bioactive cellular regenerative medium conducive to new bone growth, stimulate cellular growth and regeneration, and inhibit the HIV virus. So you can see this is a clinical test have been done and the result is so unbelieving good. So for those people who have not even exposed to fulvic acid, we suggest you to get back to the person who refer you to this talk and find out more. So the difference in iron content, this is where published in a book. I found it's very interesting. Let me share it with you. The research was done in 1951 to 2020, a 50-year duration. And they take the measurement based on 100 grams of the plant, the veggie. And for carrot, spinach, and radish, and apple, they do a comparison. In 1951, 100 grams of this carrot, you will get 2.1 milligram of iron. Where in 2020, you only get 0.2 milligram, a decrease of 90%. Likewise, spinach, 13 milligram, go to 2 milligram, decreased by 83.3%, and radish from 1 milligram to 0.2 milligram, go down by 80%, and apple, what is the content of iron now in the apple? Previously is 2.0 milligram per 100 gram, now it's 0 milligram, a drop of 100%. Now you try to cut an apple, see whether it oxidizes easily or not, which is quite unlikely. Nowadays it is impossible to obtain mineral complex 70 over time from the food we eat. no matter how much we try to eat. Yeah? And minimum mineral supplementation and our health, it is important. Human being can't produce even a single of the 70 over types of mineral the body needed. So just take note that our body cannot at all produce mineral, and there is no possible way that we try to ingest or take supplement of 70 over type of mineral needed, and we need the mineral in a very minute quantity, yeah, and very minute for amount. So therefore, if we were to take individual supplementations of mineral, it can be very dangerous and very poisonous to our body. So what is the next, the ideal move? Very simple. Just take fulvic acid, which contains more than 70 over type of minerals in the amount that is required by our body. And we can't get sufficient of them from our food daily intake. Yeah? So quickly just run through a summary of the benefits of this fulvic acid. Yeah? Aids in vitamin and mineral absorptions, enhance ATP productions, restore electrical balance to damaged cells, and improve immune support, restore body balance, help in balancing enzyme, help hormones to work effectively, enhances circulation, enhances beneficially microbes. 10. Vital component for specific body function, enhances the function of body immune system. 12. Detoxify pollutant, chelates toxin, neutralizes poison and heavy metals, oxygen transport agent, strengthen nerves and make muscular fiber flexible, stimulate metabolism, aids in adjusting pH value of the blood and body fluid, increases energy and stamina, build a strong skeleton, strengthen bones and help muscle, expedite internal and external natural healing of the body, help regulate blood sugar level, known to help to reduce the side effect of cancer patient undergoing treatment. Yep. So I have listed out 21 benefits for you to take note. So now, is there any questions that you would like to ask to clarify so that you have a better understanding of these fulvic acid complexes?
a gift we must always remember. It's flame birds to comfort lost feeling. It's flame birds to comfort lost feeling. Darkness can be seen from afar. Burn on fire for the comfort of many. A light in the darkness can be seen from afar. Burn my share